Hello everyone. So today I'm going to implement a physical scope like this. So when we look through the scope, you can see the targets in the far away can clearly see through the scope. So yeah, this happens in real time because you can clearly see the difference of the scales through the scope and without the scope, like that. So yeah, this is what I am going to implement today. How to implement a physical scope that can be attached to your guns. And this episode is sponsored by this generous patron. Thank you very much for your support. Right, so this is the map I'm going to use for this. This is the map I'm using in third-person shooter game. We are working on. So first I'm going to add the first person template here, and right now I'm going to set the first person game mode as the game mode of this project, this map. Actually you can use any map you want, this is just for demonstration. Right, when I play the game it's like this. So I'm going to add a real scope image right here so that we can the player should be able to see a zoomed out view that it can see through the scope here. Right, so let's get started. First I'll create a project called folder called scope. Right, let's go here. And also I'll open the first person character. Oh, edit, okay, here. Right, and let's how to get started. Yeah, let's add, let me freeze the animations temporarily. Right, and let's add a cylinder. Actually I don't have a mesh with the exact shape that I have here, so I'll just go with the cylinder. It should be under FP. Should be much smaller and rotated this way 90 degrees. Right, now I'm going to put this right next to the scope. I'll disable snapping so I can place it properly. Right, so it's like that. And then we need to add yeah, let's go to the scope folder. Here I'll add render target. I'll call it RT, and then to this camera I'll add a scene capture 2D component. Scope cam, let's call it, and let's make it smaller. It doesn't matter, but so that we can easily handle it. I'll place it in a place like this, right in front of the camera. Okay, now as the render target, I'll set this one, the one we have already created. Yeah, and now let's create a material M scope. Right, to test this, do we have any textures here? I need to test. Oh, we have a lot of textures. Yeah, let's test with this one for now. And I'm gonna change this to unlit so that we can clearly see the image whatever we rendered there. Right, now as for the cylinders material, I'll set M scope. Okay, it's rotated, so to fix that I'll rotate it around Z axis 90. Oh, not Z axis. Not that too. So that means this one. Right, now instead of this I am going to use that render target I defined in the scope folder. Okay, now shall we see how it looks? Okay, it is like this, so nothing special, same as what we see here. So how do we zoom this in? For that we can select this scope cam and I'll set the field of view to 10, and maybe we will need it's in terms of performance, it's I guess it is bad to increase the size, but let's see. Right, now we can see a zoomed out view through the scope, zoomed in view, not out. Right, actually we can't clearly see it. Now let's see how to move this arm. When we right click, it should go to the aim down side, so we can clearly see this. How to know the location for the aim down? Let's place an instance of this first person character in the world, I need to test something. I need to know the location we should move the arms of the character in order to have a aim down view. So yeah, and also when aim down we need to decrease the field of view of the first person camera as well. So let's do something like 30, and then we need to move these arms. Let's move them in the local space. Okay, I guess this is good enough. So let me take a screenshot of this so we can use it later. Right, these are the values. Also, can we, what if we further decrease the projection field of view, like 5? Okay, that's better. Alright, now yeah, now I'll delete this whole character, and here let's go to event graph, mouse right button event, let's take it, and when I receive this, let's do what's the flip-flop. Note, because one is to zoom in, one is to go to aim down side, and in the next time it should go out of the aim down side. So that's why I did a flip-flop here. So in the first time, get the mesh and remove component 2. Relative location should be as we have tested. I am typing the values by looking at the previous test we did. Rotation 5.28, 0.92, 0.911. Let's see if this works. Alright, it kind of works, and we need to go out of that view too. So what's the, yeah, here I'll duplicate this, and it should go back to original values. So I'll just copy this. Can we paste? Oh, we can't paste. rotation is not changed. Cool. Right, so yeah, we can go to the aim down south and go away. Right, oh, the next I forgot to change the camera field of view. So the camera, we should do this in a timeline. These two things should happen simultaneously, so therefore length should be 1. Oh wait, at key at 0, it should be 0, and at another key maybe at 0.5, yeah, at 0.5 to 1. Right, now yeah, let's change this to, what's the track name? FOV multiplier. No, FOV LEP. That's better. In the update, let's set fill of wave. This should be LEP. The current one is 90. So from 90 to 30. And the reverse should happen no sequence at the reverse should happen here. I think that will work. Let's see. No, I don't think this is working. Okay, let's duplicate this. This is same. Alright, and but the difference is now this should be 30, this should be 90. Right. Oh, it works in the first time, but alright. Oh, only first time. Alright, right. I should connect this to play from a start. Okay, let's see now. Alright. Okay, it zoomed in, zoomed out. something is wrong. All right. Okay. Right, I know the issue. The issue is this should be length should be 0.5. Yeah, in both timelines. And then yeah, the other things are simple things, so you can add do once and reset, but let's test now. Okay, this should move up a little bit. To get better results, I thought of reducing this further, the field of view, and also there is a little slight mismatch in the direction we see through the scope and the direction right in front of us. So maybe we can add a small offset here like this, and let's see. Right, now we can actually see the zoomed in view. Okay, so yeah, it works. So yeah, actually yeah, we could do stuff like adding crosshair here so the player can decide where to hit, stuff like that, but I'm not really going to cover that today. Oh, what? Well, yeah, maybe let's do that part too. Okay, I downloaded the crosshair. It's not transparent, it's black and white. Oh, wait, what's this? Linear color. Okay, let's fix it. Okay, like this. Yeah, I'm gonna linear interpolate this image and this image and use it as the result using right or red channel as alpha. Now we can get the scope like this. Let's see. Okay, now we have the scope. Since it is not a circle, we don't get the proper proportions, but that's how you add a scope. Actually, we haven't implemented shoot in yet. Alright, right, so here is the final. Right, here is the final preview. I added some enemy characters just to demonstrate as well. Right, there are some enemies. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna stop this episode here. So if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. The link would be in the description below, and also the project files will be available through Patreon page for downloading. And see you in another episode. Goodbye.